Hello everyone, my name is John with Section8isgreat.com and author of Section 8 is Great. Make sure you go get the book. But today I'm going to be talking about something and it's kind of confusing to some people. I'm going to be talking about the true value of your Section 8 property. Now I'm going to give you a scenario. Suppose you purchase a house for $10,000 or $15,000. How much would you think that house is worth, or how much you have to get your landlord insurance at your State Farm or Allstate or whatever? How much do you think that your insurance policy is going to be worth, or how much do you have to be covered for? Now you might think that you can go in there and get it covered, your home covered for $10,000 or whatever you purchase it for, but that's not going to make you whole in case everything your home catches on fire or anything else like that. So what that insurance agent is going to do is going to say that it's going to do all the calculations, find out how many bedrooms there are, what's the square footage of your house, if you have brick, stone, masonry, you have a fireplace, any custom basements or whatever. And they're going to ask you all these questions, or when the house was built, when the last time the roof was put on it. They're going to ask you all these questions. And then they're going to come up with a true value of your property. And you'll be surprised, and I hope that you know that's going to be worth way more than $10,000. But sometimes we're fooled out here to believing that our house, because we purchased for $10,000, that's what it's worth. No, it's always worth the rebuild value. Your insurance company is going to give you insurance based on the rebuild value to rebuild that home from the ground up in case it's totally destroyed. So that rebuild value may come up to $100,000, $200,000, $300,000. That's your actual value, and I'm going to tell you why. Next to that Section 8 property, if you have a tenant in there, or a empty lot next door to you, and the developer comes in there and puts a house in there, is he going to build a house for $10,000 there? No, he's not. He's going to have to rebuild, and it's going to cost about $100,000, $200,000, whatever, $300,000. So after they put that property out there, guess what? Your home is now worth more, because he has to sell that house to get his money's worth. Is automatically going to make your property appraised for more. Stop thinking that your house is only worth $10,000 because you purchased it for $10,000. It's worth way more. It's worth a lot more. Another thing I want to tell you before we check out. For all of you that buying houses right now for $10,000 or $15,000 and been very successful at it, I want you to understand something. A rule that's been passed down through all investors. You make your money at the time of the purchase of the property. Don't be an investor that's saying that I'm going to make my money back as the property goes up in value. We do not want to bank on that. It's lovely to have that, but we cannot bank on that. So I'm going to make my money at the purchase time of the property. I'm going to make my profit right then and there, and I'm going to be happy with it. So if I buy a house for $10,000 and it's worth $50,000, I have $40,000 worth of equity at the time I purchased the property. Now, if I do that for two houses, that's $80,000. 3,000 is $120,000 worth of equity, and I'm making $3,000 a month. So don't get fooled out there believing that your house is only worth $10,000. So you have to take in two things: the rebuild value, and your insurance company is going to tell you what the rebuild value, and that's the actual cost of your property. That's really my value, what I'm looking for. Because if my house burns down, they're going to rebuild that for $100,000 or $200,000, whatever we agreed upon, or whatever the calculations they came up with. And I'm also going to make sure that I'm buying property at the right price, because I want to make my equity. I want to make my money at the beginning of the deal. Now, after I make my money at the beginning of the deal, if the property actually goes up in value, that's all lovely. That's gravy. So if it goes up to $100,000 and I purchase for $10,000, that's gravy. But I'm never going to guarantee and think I'm going to ride the wave and say that the property is going to go up every 7 years it goes up 15, 20%. No, I'm not going to bank on that. I'm going to make my money at the beginning of the deal. All right, that's all I have to talk about today. I want to make sure that you guys are really checking out my book, and all of you that's supporting it. Make sure you go to Section8isgreat.com, and there's going to be a link out there to take you to Amazon, or you can buy the book on paperback by buying the paperback, pushing the paperback button, and getting it a little bit cheaper than you would get on Amazon. I want to let you know I am going back out to California this week. I'm going to be up in Northern California and Southern California, to my old stomping grounds out there. I'm going to be having a good time. I'm going to be looking for Section 8 properties, and me and a couple of investors are going to try to find a couple of Section 8 properties in the Southern California area. Once again, my name is John Russell with Section8isgreat.com. Thanks for tuning in. Please subscribe to my channel. Please purchase the book and get on this Section 8 Nation so we can go ahead and get as many properties as we can while these property values are going down. Have a good day. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.